Well, hello, my name is Andrew Michael, and in this video, we are going to take a look at the development called Seven Pines. Now, you've probably seen tons of videos if you're watching YouTube videos, which obviously you are, but you probably have seen several videos like with model tours or stuff like that, but it doesn't really scratch the surface as to what's coming. And it's kind of hard to get information. I was showing buyers around that community not too long ago, and all the site agent would really tell us was that a high-end gym and medical stuff was coming, but that was it. Other than, houses, obviously. So in this video, we're going to talk briefly about the homes, but mostly we're going to talk about the developments and other things that are coming. And we're going to do that right now. Hey everybody, welcome back. Again, my name is Andrew Michael, and let's just jump right on in. Okay, so number one. As far as the homes go, and again, we're only going to touch on this briefly, the homes are being developed built by David Weekley Homes and ICI. At the moment, and I believe those are the only two builders, I could be wrong, but those are the only two builders that are going to be selling new construction homes. So you would have their homes to pick from. And by the way, we've done several videos on all of those, so feel free to check those out. Also on our sister channel that just does model tours, we have several, and we'll have links down below to those. But okay, so those are the residences. But what about the other things? Like, what else is coming? Well, one of the appeals to a community like Seven Pines is that you don't have to, now you probably will, unless you're retired or work from home, you'll probably have to leave the community for work. But as far as your day-to-day shopping and stuff like that, the idea is that eventually all of it will be there. So let's go ahead and take a look. I got this off of a flyer from a commercial development, and we're going to get into that in a second. But this is the overall concept of Seven Pines. If you look where it says 5 and it's all white, this area here, the bottom right, kind of like half of the page, / right corner, that is where all the homes are going to go. So we're not going to talk about those because we do in our other videos. But number 1, which is above it and towards JT Butler, JTB is what we call it here as locals, but JT Butler Boulevard, that is going to be the Village Center. So that is where like your day-to-day shopping is going to be, your dry cleaners, your restaurants, stuff to, after work to go hang out with take the kids somewhere, go meet with your friends, go get a beer, that sort of thing. That's where all of that's going to be. Now, if you keep going like around the circle at the top left there, that's the innovation / office hub. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so the only information they have right now is a medical office building. So this one is listed for lease, and it's in that general area. And right now they're still looking for tenants, but it's going to have 2-story, 50,000 heated square feet, plus or minus. It hasn't been built yet. There may be some tweaks to it. But there'll be 2 fairly large buildings with medical offices in it. So your doctor's offices, outpatient stuff, things of that nature. That's where that is all going to be. By the way, if you need help with commercial, now we primarily work in residential real estate, but if you would like to find out about commercial opportunities, opening your business, bringing it down, give us a call because we do have people on our team that can help you with that. All right, so let's go back to what we were just looking at. Okay, number 3. Now this is going to be alongside 295. 295 is a beltway that goes around the city of Jacksonville. And by the way, that's one of the things about Seven Pines that makes it nice. It's in the city of Jacksonville, but you are a stone's throw away from St. John's Town Center, which literally has anything there you could ever want. I don't know, you name it. REI, the Adventure Outdoor Outfitters, the Tesla store, the Apple store. I think it's, 50 million different places. I mean, anything is there for shopping. But then you also have, once it's built, you'll also have the stuff within Seven Pines. And usually the way that works, I followed it when they were developing Nocatee, which is a large master plan community in St. Johns County. And I used to go to the developer meetings. And what they basically would say is each of these businesses know how many, what they call it rooftops, how many rooftops that they need in order to be able to support their business. Now, some larger companies like Publix, which is our local grocery store, they'll go ahead and build and open up shop before anybody's there. Why? Well, to lock out competitors. So they're not going to wait because most of your most grocery stores aren't going to be able to do that, or other stores, but some places like Publix will. But when you come down over here in this little area, it says that that's regional retail. So my guess is that's going to be more of your big box store type kind of stuff. You know, and it's close, it's not too far from St. John's Town Center, so that would kind of make sense too. Okay, so we talked about, you know, you're going to have medical office space, you're going to have retail, you're going to have your day-to-day shopping, maybe some of the bigger box. We'll see what comes out. That's kind of the way it looks. But next up is rentals. Now there's two different ways. It's possible that you can find a house for rent in Seven Pines that somebody purchased from either David Weekley or ICI. But what I'm referring to here is like rental community. So there's actually going to be 300 rental units in a complex within Seven Pines. And it looks like they will have full access to the amenities, which, by the way, if you want to know about the amenities in Seven Pines, we did a separate video on that. It may not have posted yet. If it has, it'll be down in the link. If not, subscribe to the channel. And as soon as we release it, you'll get a notification. We actually had a drone pilot fly over so we can kind of see what things look like at the moment. But okay, so for the apartment community, what you're gonna have, it's gonna have 300 units. Out of those 300 units, 280, it looks like it's gonna be a 4-story building, and 280 of those are gonna be your normal apartments, meaning what you would expect. They're supposed to be higher end, they're calling them Class A. So in a description I found, it said they're going to have high-end finishes like quartz countertops, high-end cabinets, subway tile backsplashes, you know, stuff like that, which you would expect in a community like this. Also maybe 10-foot ceilings. I think I read that somewhere too. Then, so it's 280 of those units. Then you're gonna have 20 units that are more like townhouses. So a townhouse, in other words, it's not a true townhouse, it's an apartment. And I don't want to get into that because it's a long story, but what it does mean is I would expect it to have a garage. And I would think it would be at least 2 stories. Usually if it's only 1 story, they'll call it a villa home. It's not a hard, fast rule. There's different builders define things differently. But the Spectrum Group in Charlotte is going to be developing that. And by the way, I have the information on that down below too. So you can feel free to, if you want to read that yourself, if that's important to you, then go ahead and check that out. Well, there you go. So that is what we have going into Seven Pines. It's still a fairly new community. You're gonna have around 1,600 homes there, give or take. And they just started selling, I want to say October of last year. So that'd be 2022. This video is made at the very end of 2023. But anyway, yeah. So they haven't really been going at it too long, and there's barely any residents there. So it's really kind of hard to come by commercial information. This is all I can find. If there's anything I didn't cover that you would like to know, throw a comment down below. Or better yet, if you're looking to make a smooth transition to Northeast Florida, give us a call, shoot us a text. People do it all the time, and we absolutely love it. In fact, we are here to help you. We are professionally licensed realtors, and we cover this area. And yeah, so let us know how we can help. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to meeting you in person. Take care.